Oh my god, it's Sana! Hello poopers! In this quick video, I will talk about item rarities and how to craft your gear. Now let's get this shit done. A white item is a common item that has no affixes. A blue item is an item that has at least 1 up to 2 affixes. A yellow item is an item that has at least 3 affixes up to 4. The maximum craftable affix tier is 5, so you can always craft only up to tier 5. But the maximum droppable affix tier is tier 7. So an exalted item, like we see here, is a purple item that has at least 1 affix that is tier 6 or higher. A green item is a set item and has set affixes and set bonuses. An orange item is a unique item that has unique affixes, and a red item is a legendary item, which basically is a unique that has been infused with exalted affixes. In order to craft your items, you will need to have the so-called shards. So these have the affixes. When slaying monsters, they will often drop these shards, and if we click them, they will automatically be picked up and put in your inventory. We can then click on this button to transfer them here. So I will click the button and transfer them in this tab. As you can see, they've been sent to the forge. Now, what is the forge? The forge is the crafting system that Last Epoch has, and you can use it anytime you want by pressing the F button. Now that we are done with that, let's craft an item. I will put these boots on the forge, and as you can see here, we have forging potential. What is forging potential? Well, when adding affixes to an item, it will consume the forging potential. For example, any gear can have up to 2 prefixes and 2 suffixes with an extra slot for a sealed affix. Now, if we add a prefix here, you will notice that the forging potential has been consumed randomly from, let's say, I will add intelligence or dexterity. You will see it costs 1 to 14 forging potential. But to prevent consuming the forging potential, we can add a cliff of hope, which has 1 in 4 chances not to consume any forging potential. Let's see if we're lucky. We weren't lucky because the forging potential has been consumed by 1. I will try to add a suffix now, for example, fire resistance. And we were not lucky because the forging potential has been depleted. Let's try again on these boots. I will add, let's say, movement speed and see if the forging potential will be consumed. No, we weren't lucky, but now let's upgrade. No, not lucky, not lucky. As you can see, the maximum tier that you can craft is tier 5. You cannot go above this, but you can drop items that are tier 6 and tier 7. Those are called exalted items or the purple items, as you can see here. Now let's see if we can upgrade this further. Yes, we can. As you can see, this time it didn't consume any forging potential, and when you upgrade the affixes, there is a chance that it will hit critical success, meaning that a random affix will be upgraded by 1. Let's try and see if we get lucky. We get lucky? Okay, now we cannot craft anymore. And that is how you craft items. Let's say we have something like, I don't know, we want more movement speed, and oh fuck, I don't have any movement speed shards. For example, now I have 5 of them, of course, but let's say you are on a fresh character and you don't have any movement speed shards. What you can do is when you find items with the affixes that you want to put on other gear, you can shatter them. And you can do that with rune of shattering. What this rune does, it destroys the item and randomly gets the affixes from that item that you destroyed. Let's try and see if we are lucky. Yes, we obtained 2 movement speed shards from this item. And now we can use them on whatever item we want. For example, here is. Now we have 7 of those movement speed affixes, and we can add them like so, and we can upgrade them, all of them. As you can see here, I don't have the dodge while evading and increased dodge rating shard, so it will appear with this minus symbol, meaning that I don't have any shards of that. There is another way to obtain shards, is by using this rune of removal. This rune removes a random affix of an item, returning a number of shards equal to its tier, but it also consumes 1 to 25 fortune potential, so be careful when doing that. Also, this rune of removal is useful when you, for example, you have some nice affixes on this item, but there is one affix that sucks and you want it removed. You have 1 in 4 chances to remove that, if you're lucky, of course, but gamble is gamble. So let's try and remove, for example, I don't know, minion dodge rating. Let's see if we are lucky. And wow, we were fucking lucky, and the minion dodge rating has been removed from this item. And now we can add anything we want there. For example, I don't know, let's try strength, and we can add that until the, as you can see here, critical success +1 here to strength. That means it upgraded this. We were lucky. Now we don't have any fortune potential anymore. And that is how you craft in last epoch. Of course, there are many things that you can do. For example, let's try this. For example, you don't want the dexterity here. You can re-roll it, but be careful. What this Cave of Chaos does is that it upgrades the affix and then re-rolls it. For example, upgrade and re-roll. We obtain movement speed, that is good. For example, we don't want movement speed. Let's reroll again. And we don't want intelligence. Let's reroll again. You cannot reroll once an affix hits tier 5 because, as I said, the maximum craftable tier is 5, so you cannot upgrade above that. And so thus you cannot reroll above tier 5. Anyway, we don't have any more fortune potential, so we cannot craft anymore anyway. And that's how you craft in last epoch. There are many ways to craft, but you have to read these clips and you have to read these runes and what they do. It's nothing complicated, it's really easy, and it's fun, and it's deterministic and really fun. That's it for this video. Have fun and good luck.